And we are ready to begin here at Stello Stadium here in Nashua. Bedford versus Nashua North in a quarterfinal matchup here in the Division I football tournament. Other games going on tonight. 5 o'clock, it's going to be Pinkerton BG. It's going to be in Derry at Pinkerton Academy. And then 2 other games on Saturday. You've got the top seed Londonderry hosting Merrimack, number 8 seed. And in Exeter, they'll be hosting the Owls of Timberlane. Those games are on Saturday around 1 o'clock.
You know, Harry, if I could add right now, if you saw Roger Brown in today's Union Leader talked about one of the 2 top defenses playing one another, and there was one gentleman, one great inside linebacker for Nashua North, Toby Brown. He's missing from today's game.
Yes, I did hear that. He is out, and he was a big factor in that opening night game. And I'm sure Bedford will not mind missing him on the field today.
Yeah, I'm positive they won't. So you've got Bedford coming in at 7-3, 6-3 in the division. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Nashua North, ranked number 2 in the power rankings. The Union Leader power rankings is undefeated. But number 2, Londonderry has that first seed, even though they lost one game but outside the division.
Right,
so
that was a game in, it wasn't Maine. They played somebody in Rhode Island?
I believe it was Rhode Island.
Right.
But I think Bedford is evenly matched. I think if they, again, follow some of the things I had said earlier, disciplined football, run the ball, and don't have flags on the ground.
Well, even though Bedford had to play all their games on the road in this tournament, they actually line up quite well. They matched very well against Windham. This is a game here tonight that's going to be tough, but winnable, like you said, if Bedford takes care of business. And then potentially you could end up in Exeter next time in the semifinal, and that's the team that Bedford beat earlier, another option team. So who knows? We could be seeing Bedford, further down in the tournament. But first, they've got to take care of business here at Stello Stadium.
Yeah, if they do win, they're headed to Exeter. If Exeter should beat Timberlane, and then vice versa, and that'll be Saturday the 19th. And we're actually going to be playing a football game, the finals, after Thanksgiving. I think that's a first in the state of New Hampshire, at least for.
Well, I remember they used to do the Turkey Bowl in Bedford, in Manchester. They'd always have one of the Manchester schools playing one another. When my daughter went to West. Yep. She was in the last Turkey Bowl that I remember, freezing cold, and she had to play a flute. And it was sticking to her lips. It was so cold.
I have been there. My son played for West High School. He played the fullback position, and I do remember how cold it was.
You remember the game I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Climate warming hadn't got back. Wasn't around back then.
Did not kick in quite yet.
Hey, we want to give a shout-out to Corey Munstertiger, who's usually sitting beside Harry Kozlowski. Hopefully he's tuned in from Arizona, where I think he's playing many rounds of golf. But
I'm sure if he's not listening to us, he's probably on a tee somewhere.
I agree.
The Titans will receive. They're going to be going from my left to right here. Bedford wearing their home blacks, all black. Titans all white, kind of a North Carolina Tar Heel look. And the kick is away by Snow, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a procedure call here as the ball sails out of bounds, and the Titans will start at the 35-yard line.
Harry, that happened a couple of times last week against Windham. You just don't want to do that when you're kicking off. It just gives the opposing team good field position.
But I think Bedford, at least they try to get a little bit of a reverse spin on the kick so that it hits, bounces back, and hopefully lands into kind of a no man's land where anybody could get to the ball.
Oh.
They've done, in years past that has worked in their favor. They haven't been able to pull it off this year. Anyway, here we go. 1st and 10 from the north 35-yard line. 4 receivers set. 3 of them were to the right. Now motion and a carry by the quarterback. Brought down after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that was Derek Finley, and you got to watch him. He does a nice job with the options.
Shabati was the tackler on the play. That's going to be 2nd and 8 now for Nashua North. And they're going to keep the 4 receivers on the field, but both they're going to be split 2 and 2. Finley in the shotgun, waiting for the snap. Now motion, and he runs to the left. He's got a wall of blockers. Bedford pursuing, and they get him for a loss.
Outstanding pursuit by the Bedford defense.
Alex Gradinskas was the tackler, lead tackler for Bedford, and he brings Findlay down at about the 20.5-yard line, so about 1.5 yard loss right there for Nashua North. Is going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
I see. We have watched Bedford all year. The difference between the first game, and they had great defense in that first game, we can see how much they have improved over the season.
3 receivers to the right. Findlay's going to throw, sending it down, overthrown, and it looks like it's, almost intercepted. Evan Shabati had the ball in his hands. He had the best shot at the ball, couldn't pull it in. He was reaching for it, but nonetheless, Bedford stops the Titans 3 and out, and the Titans are going to have to punt it away now.
Outstanding coverage by Sabati. He's been playing great safety all year, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised that young man is nominated for some sort of postseason award. He's done wonders on the defense.
So it's going to be Sphere and Tagliaferro back for Bedford on the punt here. Findlay, the punter, as well as the quarterback, he sends a pretty good punt for the sideline. Tagliaferro had to go back to the 17 to get it. He gets up to the 25 where he's hit hard, and they're going to be marking him down at the 27-yard line. So a decent start here for the Bulldogs. Their defense does its job, forcing the 3 and out. And now it's the Bedford offense turn here. With 10:34 to go in the first quarter, no score here.
Anytime you can get Nashua North 3 and out, it's a good series.
Danny Black, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. You're going to have Snow and Tagliaferro to his left, Poltoneri, the 3rd receiver, on the right, and Logan Sphere in the backfield. Fake handoff, throw to Snow in the flat. He tries to get away from the tackler, number 18 there for North. That's Luke Peters making the tackle. There is a small gain, about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 at the 29-yard line coming up.
It looked like as he tried to get traction, his foot slipped and he just started to fall.
There is a steady rain out there, and that rain's only going to get heavier as the night goes on. Same formation. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Actually, it's
Snow in the backfield.
Ledger Russell is in the backfield instead of Sphere. Russell takes the handoff, makes a cut. Still on his feet, trying to go laterally to find an opening, but he can't. It's going to be no gain there. And a tackle there by Amory Almonte. They're going to give him a yard gain. They're going to mark him at the 30-yard line, 3rd and 7 here for Bedford. So Russell tried to hit the hole, saw it was filled, tried to move further down the line laterally, but Almonte was able to pursue him and bring him down after only about a yard gain.
As we said at the beginning of the game, both defenses are outstanding, so this is going to be maybe not a high-scoring game.
Crowd making noise to get their Titans charged up here. Third and 7. Black back to pass, short pass over the middle off the hands of Snow, incomplete. It's going to be a 4th down and 7, and Bedford will be punting.
As you said, it's wet, ball slippery, field is slippery. 2 teams may be filling one another up. Defenses are obviously going to be dominating, and we anticipate.
Snow is coming across the middle to make the catch right around the 35-yard line. I don't know if he would have made it to the 1st down marker. He would have had to get to the 37. He had a lot of people around him, a lot of white jerseys. Anyway, here's the punt for Bedford. Reasonable punt. Bounces at the 45-yard line and goes straight up, and Dom Tagliaferro will mark it there at the 45-yard line. So Titans take over with 8:49 to go. Both teams with a 3 and out and no score.
Just trying to see if this rain's coming down harder. Hey, it's football. We play in the elements, right?
We'll just have to ask the fans right outside our window what they think.
All 2 of them.
No, we actually have a pretty good crowd.
No, we have a
here.
good crowd, but
I'm a little surprised at the size of the crowd considering it's a 4 o'clock game. I'm sure a lot of people want to be here or at work or driving home. Hopefully they can follow along listening to us. Now here's Findlay running. It's an option pass. No, it's a throw. He gets it out to the flat. It's going to be a first down. The receiver, Jack Peters, gets it into Bedford territory to the 39-yard line, first down. And that was it looked like it was going to be an option run. Peters drew in the Bedford defenders and then just kind of floated it out to Peters. And
he
was
held
able
on to it
catch.
to the last minute, and as I said, Almonte and Jack Peters, those are the guys that are going to be surrounding Finley to move the ball forward.
First and 10 for the Titans. They hand off to Peters up the middle for about a yard gain. A slew of Bulldogs making a stop there. So they're going to mark him at the 38-yard line. Second down and 9. Nothing fancy there, just a straight run up the middle. The Titans have been running the same formation. Actually, 3 receivers now. And 2 in the backfield. Finley rolling out. He's got pursuit. Trying to get away from somebody. Just throws the ball away in the nick of time. Wonder if this is a...
I am looking to see if there's a flag.
Is it a hold?
And we have 2 officials talking with one another right now.
Flag is in the hand of one official. And they throw it on the ground. They're gonna call this what, a grounding call? I wasn't sure if there was anybody in the area.
It didn't look like he was outside the tackles. Didn't see anybody either.
But the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage.
That's correct. You're right.
Yep, it is going to be a grounding call against Nashua North. And a loss of down. And they're going to mark him down at the spot of the throw. This is going to be a big loss. They're going to mark him down at the Titans 47. Oh, no, they're going to mark it off from the 47, another 5 yards. So he's going to go all the way back to their own 42-yard line. So that is going to be a huge loss. And it's going to set up a third and about 27 yards. So a very costly penalty here on the Titans for intentional grounding by Finley. Finley runs to his left, looking for an opening, can't find anybody, gets around one man, then finally has to step out of bounds. After about a 5-yard gain, they're going to mark him at his own 48-yard line. And I believe that is fourth down now. It is. So that penalty pretty much crushing the drive that started out so promising for the Titans.
Yeah. Kobe Snow actually got to him first and forced him out of bounds.
So Finley's going to be punting from his 33-yard line. Tagliaferro and Snow back for Bedford. Low snap that hits the ground. He had to pick it up and run it to evade a Bedford tackler. It hits a Titans player right at the Bedford 35-yard line. That's where they're going to spot the ball.
Yeah, that was Jack Rizzo in there, number 32, that came in and put the pressure on him.
Well, the ball hit the ground. He had to pick it up, and then when he looked up, Rizzo was in his face, and he had to run to the side. And actually, I'm surprised he didn't try running it, but I guess it was such a long run to the first down marker that it was better off punting the ball. And they still managed to get about a 20-yard flip here.
Excellent effort to get out of that position where it could have been a sizable loss just to get the kickoff.
Bedford starts at their 34-yard line. No score. 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. Titans jumps off sides. Now they're arguing it was a motion on Bedford. We'll see what the officials say.
Yep.
It is going to be on the Bulldogs. False start, going to move back 5 yards for first and 15.
Looks like we will have a false start on the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 5, first and 15.
Yeah, that movement drew, I believe it was Peters.
7:32 remaining in the first quarter, and there is still no score between Nashua North and the Bedford High School Bulldogs.
So from the 29-yard line, there's a snap. Hand off to Snow. Cuts across to the right and is able to pick up about 3 yards. Just over the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he made up the 5 and added a couple more yards.
So second down and 8 coming up now. That was a gain of 7 yards there by Snow. Clock is ticking. We're at 7 minutes now in the first. And a tight formation here. Everybody bunched together, 3 in the backfield. Logan Sphere is the halfback. He gets the handoff, carries the ball forward after moving to his right a little bit, and he gets about another 4 or 5 yards, going to set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, Logan Sphere, he just kind of tiptoed his way to pick up that yardage and keep the legs moving.
And he also gets his elbows up around the ball really strongly to make sure that he can't get the ball knocked out of his hands. Good technique there by Logan Sphere. So a long 2 here for 3rd down. Bedford keeping the same tight formation. Black still in the shotgun. Waits for the snap. A reverse taken by, I believe it was by Snow.
Yeah.
It was Snow, and he gets just enough for a 1st down, and Bedford's going to move the sticks.
Little misdirection play that gave Snow some extra yardage. I actually thought he was going to get caught in the backfield. It looked like he just had enough speed to just get by that pursuing defender.
So Bedford up to their own 45-yard line with 5:55 to go here, no score. On their 2nd possession, their first down of the evening. Bedford stays in that tight formation. Sphere in the backfield. Takes the handoff. Throws it over the middle, hits Snow, and he's got a lane to the end zone. All he's got to do is outrun the tackler, and he's in for a touchdown. Colby Snow, 55-yard touchdown throw from Black. Bedford up 6-0.
Harry, you could not have drawn that up better. That was a picture-perfect pass to Snow, cutting across the middle, split both defenders, and just outran the 2 pursuers. They came close, but he turned on the Jets. This is an excellent start for Bedford.
That play definitely caught the Titans napping. Snow was able to split the seam in the coverage and found the lane all the way to the end zone for 55 yards. Now the snap, high snap, ball is down, kick is up. It looks good. It is good. So Snow just got the touchdown, adds the extra point.
Harry, we talked about
Bedford 7, Nashua North nothing. Go ahead, Bill.
Excuse me. We talked about the importance of getting out fast, starting out ahead, and not coming from behind. They just did that.
They definitely get the pressure now on the Titans to respond, although still plenty of time. They can get this back pretty easily, I think, in the amount of time that they have. 5:29 left here in the first.
Not disagreeing. Nashua North is a very strong team. But again, I count on the Bedford defense to help slow them down. But again, in my mind, I still think they're 2 evenly matched teams, regardless of the records.
And it's definitely a confidence builder to land that first blow. And they did that through the air with a big 55-yard pass. Now Shaheen kicks the ball. It's on the ground, bouncing. Picked up at the 18-yard line. That's Almonte, and he gets it back all the way to the 38-yard line. So he's able to bring it back about 20 yards on the return.
Pretty
that's
shifty.
where the Titans will start off.
Pretty shifty guy. I mean, and it always makes you nervous when you start seeing them get by some of the pursuers that are trying to make those tackles, and you kind of hold your breath. But did I hear you say in one broadcast that this is Almonte's first year on the varsity? I thought you would. He's a senior, and I think at one time in one of your other, I think it was the opening.
Had to be the opener. It's the last time we played him.
Yep.
Almonte in motion, but it's a handoff up the middle, hit immediately in the backfield for a 6-yard loss.
That was Sphere.
That was Logan Sphere, blew that play up.
Wow.
The handoff intended for number 21, Jordan Raisinin Andino.
It's like he was in the huddle and knew what the play was.
Absolutely, like nobody blocked him. Sphere just going right up the middle.
Okay. All right, again, it's first quarter, 4:53 remaining, and it's 7-0 Bedford.
There's a snap in the shotgun. Finley back to pass. Now escaping the rush, and he's brought down. He might have got a couple of yards, about 2 yards, so it's not a sack. but he's brought down by the Bedford defense led by Zach Jones.
I can't talk enough about the pursuit of the Bedford defense. They have dialed it in, and they're just rushing.
Well, the Titans are now behind the sticks, 3rd and 11. And Finley's looking at the sideline looking for a play. So 4 receiver set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Finley, there's motion. Looking back to pass, set up the screen, they get it. And it's going to be good for a first down. Nice catch there by Jordan, Raisinin, and Dino. They drew the Bedford defense in, set up the screen perfectly, and they get the ball down to the 50-yard line. 12-yard gains, but good for a first down.
So I mentioned the previous play, a comment I should say, that I love the way Bedford was rushing the ball. Well, they just paid for it. That was an excellent dial-up by the Nashua North Titans.
And they took advantage of Bedford's aggressiveness there and set them up. So first down, their second one for the Titans today. Finley fakes the handoff. Now he's got to evade the defense, and he managed to do that. He looked like he was going to be caught in the backfield, but winds up gaining about 8 yards on the play.
Finley's very, very shifty. Moving forward, just a very good ball player.
Well, he turned what was destined to be a loss into an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 3 now. They're going to say he got 7 on that play. 2 in the backfield now for the Titans. They hand off to Almonte. Shifts, gets the first down, runs along the sideline, picks up another 8 yards. He gets it all the way to the 33-yard line. First down for the Titans.
It's all pure individual effort.
And just having the patience to wait and see where the gap is.
Absolutely. Again, 7-0 Bedford, first quarter, 2:51 to go.
They hand off to Almonte up the middle. This time he's going to get driven back after picking up about a yard. Gets it up to the 31.5-yard line.
Hey, for those viewers at home, I'm sorry, Harry.
That's right.
For those viewers at home, if you're wondering how come we're not showing replay right now, unfortunately, our replay guy, Dale Bird, became ill about an hour before the game, and sometimes you can't control that. So no replay, but we will have the highlights up for you later today.
Now Finley pulls the handoff, takes off to his right, only to be ridden down by Dylan Soden, number 23, at the 30-yard line. Finley, it looks like he's slow getting up. He's still on the ground. So he must have went down funny when Soden tackled him. He's rolling around, not sure if it's a lower leg.
I don't think he knew he was coming up from behind him. It looked like he was slowing down to kind of make one of those calculated moves, and then all of a sudden, boom, from behind.
Maybe got his ankle rolled up underneath the tackle.
Yeah.
So clock has stopped here with 2:06 to play. Bedford leading 7-0.
And
the ball is marked at the 29-yard line.
In the first quarter. Sorry to be a rookie. I don't mean to talk over you.
I do the same thing to Corey, but he never says anything. He's gentleman enough not to tell me to knock it off.
Oh.
And now Finley's up, and he's being helped to the sideline. So this is a huge loss here for the Titans. They're going to have to go to their backup quarterback.
This does not look good. He looks like he is really hurt. He's got 2-3 coaches helping him off.
Gavin Flynn comes in. He's a junior. He'll be taking over for Derek Finley, who leaves the game with what looks like an ankle injury. 3rd and 6 now at the 29-yard line for the Titans. Now they've got a terrific kicker in Taplano, who could make a field goal from that range. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, the snap bounces in the air, but luckily Gavin Flynn is able to pull it down, but he's not able to do anything with it. So they're going to lose a yard down at the 30-yard line. That snap kind of caught him off guard, hit him in the face, and the ball was he was juggling it around trying to get the ball into his hands, and that wasted precious time. And Bedford was able to tackle him for a loss. So now it is going to be 4th and 7. We'll see if Taplano comes in for the kick.
He is, number 73.
And this is going to be an attempt from 40, 48 yards or 47 yards from the 37. So let's see if Toplano can kick this one. He's got the leg. The snap is good. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it's way wide, way wide. Not even in the same zip code. So Toplano misfired on that kick, and the Titans come away with nothing on that drive.
I was wondering, with the conditions that we have out there, whether or not the coach would decide to go for it on fourth down. But we saw what he did in the first game, but it was beautiful weather conditions that day.
Well, correct me, do they not keep some kicking balls dry on the sideline for these situations, or are they still using the same game ball?
Good question. I didn't see any exchanges.
But in college and the pros, they actually have balls that are conditioned just for kicking.
Yep.
So Bedford's going to take over on their 20-yard line, as the ball did go out of the end zone. It'd be a rouge in the CFL, a one-pointer, but not here. So no score. Bedford takes over with 1:07 left. From their 20, there's a handoff to Logan Sphere, who finds a gap and gets the first down, picks up about 17 yards. He's able to sneak through a crease in that blocking, gets it all the way up to the 36-yard line. First down right away here for the Bulldogs. And I don't think they ran the clock. They forgot to stop the clock because it was 1:01 before the play, and it was still 1:01
Yeah, they haven't
afterward.
picked it up yet either.
So the clock just started running. So Bedford got a few bonus seconds out of that play. Now it's 45 seconds and running. Bedford in the tight formation that they ended the last drive with. Sphere in the backfield with Danny Black. Waits for the snap. Gives it to Sphere, who cuts and brings the ball up. Just sheer force of will is able to bring it up for about a 4-yard gain up to the 41-yard line of Bedford.
Well, we saw them do this last week against Wyndham, but this defense is it's certainly better than what we saw from the Wyndham D side. But they're just pushing the offensive line back, and the linebackers back, and they keep the legs going, and they're protecting the ball. You're right. They're all keeping that ball well protected going through the line.
Bedford's going to let the clock expire, and that'll end the first quarter with the Bulldogs up 7-0. You're watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV channels 23 and 1072 and Bedford 105.1. And the Bedford Bulldog Athletic Booster Club would like to thank our generous sponsors, including Platinum sponsors BEI Network, Z1 Express, London Family Orthodontics, Gear Up Bedford, and Spectra Marketing. Gold sponsor Liberty Hill Construction. Silver sponsors Wicked Good Butcha.
Wicked Good. And since I'm from Massachusetts, I can say that exactly the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Wicked Good.
TCB and Realty One Group. Thank you for the cookies. That's the best part of coming here.
Yeah, I know.
For football is that the scoreboard operator, his wife, makes cookies. I think these are molasses. They smell great.
I know. We got to get Corey Parker
I know.
or have him delegate to somebody to start giving us cookies. Which, by the way, we have not seen him with our water yet, but that's okay. He's got other things on his mind right now, I'm sure.
In addition, Bedford Friends of Football would like to thank the following sponsors: Coca-Cola Northeast, Cisco, CrossFit Athletics, Tidewater Catering Group, Treescapes, Fine Homes Group, 10 and 10 Attorneys, and Elsmore Catering. Interested in joining the Bedford Athletic Booster Club? Just go to their website, bbabc.net, and learn how to do that. Ready to start the second quarter here, 12 minutes. Clock is set. Bedford at their own 40-yard line, leading 7-0. No receivers in this set. Everybody's in the backfield. Snow hands it to Ledger Russell. He runs to his left, and he gets ridden down for maybe a yard gain. It looks like John Berry Jr. with the tackle for the Titans, number 20.
That'll set up a big 3rd down and 5.
You know, with these lights on in the booth, it's making it a little more difficult to pick up the numbers. We'll do our best, folks. Yeah.
You got to use your binoculars.
Over my glasses.
And never leave home without them. Excellent cookie, by the way. Just snuck a bite.
All right, we're in the second quarter right now. It's 7-0 Bedford with 11:16 to go.
They're at the 41-yard line. They've got 5 to go for the first down. Motion by Tagliaferro, but the handoff is to Sphere, who dives ahead and gets one more than needed, 6 yards on the carry, up to the 47, first down Bulldogs.
He has been a workhorse. They are just giving him the rock and saying, run.
He is definitely running back number one in this offense. And why not? He just carries the load.
He's a senior, 5'10", 185 pounds, and I'm sure that's all muscle.
First and 10 now. 47-yard line and on the Bedford side of the field. Still running that same type formation with 3 in the backfield. Fake. That's a handoff to Tagliaferro. He's got room, gets the first down, still going. Finally shoved out of bounds at the 33-yard line. First down Bedford.
Ooh, I was looking to see if the official was going to throw a flag, so it looked like he pushed him after he was out of bounds. So
he was a little bit late.
Oh yeah, he definitely was.
But nonetheless, it's a first down here.
They got a great group of backs, and Tagliaferro, he's a junior. Russell's a junior. Black's a junior. They got a good core of underclassmen that are helping push this team forward.
Bedford sticking with that tight formation. Gives it to Sphere, and he bowls his way up the middle for about 8 yards, gets it up to the 25-yard line. So, yeah, it's funny how Bedford can run the same formation. They haven't changed their formation in the last 2 possessions, and yet they have so many creative plays they can run out of it. They can sweep, they can go up the middle, they can run off tackle. They keep the Titans' defense guessing, and they're getting big chunk yardage on every single carry. 7 yards on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
This is the best disciplined football I've seen them play in a long time.
Staying in that tight formation. Here's the handoff. This is Ledger Russell this time. He gets first down yardage, gets a little more, all the way to the 19-yard line. Move the sticks. It's another Bulldog first down.
Harry, did you notice how well the guys are using their up-front blocking? They are relying on a lot of these great backs that linemen that we have up there, like the Spencer Hendershon.
Well, Russell is the junior.
Sheridan.
And he's the heir apparent to Sphere, who's the senior. And both have the ability to read their blockers and find the seam and exploit it. So they pick up about 5 yards there. First and 10 on the Titan 19-yard line. Staying in that tight formation. They hand off to Russell. He goes up the middle and gets about 4 yards. They're going to mark him down at actually about a 3-yard run. They'll mark him down at the 16.
You're starting to see on the Titan side of the ball and defense how much they miss Toby Brown. Toby Brown is probably an all-state defensive player and but made Bedford's day miserable.
Oh, he did. Day. He definitely ruined their day on the opening day. And he's a big loss here for the Titans, as well as their starting quarterback, Finley, who's out with what we assume is a lower leg injury. Here's a handoff to Snow. Tries to cut in, not going to get much, about a yard. They're going to mark him at the 15-yard line, so they're going to say gain of 2. So coming up now, 3rd and 6.
One thing about Brown, what they would do is they would move him outside, move him inside, and if he was even inside, his pursuit to the either left or right side, he was so fast that he could catch up with some of the runners like Sphere or Snow. And he was, when I watched that first game, it was amazing what he could do.
Well, they definitely miss him today. So here we go, 3rd down. They're going to call it 6. They have to get to the 9.5-yard line for the first down. They're on the 15. Motion by Tagliaferro up the middle with Sphere. Keep pushing, and he gets down to about the 13-yard line, gain of 2. And it's going to be a 4th and about 3.5. We'll have to decide what Coach Matthews is going to want to do. Is he going to try the kick, or is he going to try to go for the first down here? I think they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, their kicking game, particularly field goals from a distance out, anything beyond 25, 30 has been challenging through the course of the year. So I think it's a wise decision on Coach Matthews' part to try to pick it up. Possibly maybe draw them out.
Titans crowd is making some noise here, trying to get their Titans fired up here. 4th and 3. The snap and the handoff to Ledger Russell, who cuts, and he's going to get caught short. He went to his left. then found the seam, moved up, but that was filled immediately. And the Titans turn it over on downs, or the Bulldogs turn it over on downs, and the Titans take over at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, I hate to have him miss that opportunity. Again, 7-0 Bedford, 6:59 to go in the second quarter. When you get down there that close, you hate to leave points, on the field. They've got them deep. They do. Titans have their backup quarterback in, so we'll see how the Titans respond to this.
Gavin Flynn out there for the Titans. And it's a handoff. Jordan Risden-Andino carrying the ball, and he gets about 5 yards on the carry up to the 17. So 2nd and 5 coming up for the Titans. Good run there. We're not familiar with Gavin Flynn, what his arm's like. We'll see if the Titans keep it on the ground mostly here. They picked up 5 there. Risden-Andino does not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I'm wondering where Jack Peters is. He's an outstanding running back. I thought they were going to just put the ball into Peters and Almonte's hands and let them do the chugging. I'm not sure you're going to see, what's his name? Who's the quarterback in there right now? I can't pick up.
Oh, that's Flynn, number 9. Gavin Flynn.
Oh, Gavin Quinn. I don't think you can see him scrambling like Finley.
Titans are going to call a timeout here, talk things over. They've got a 3rd and 5 with 5:59 to go.
Yep.
And the Bulldogs leading 7-0. Hey, if you're enjoying this game, check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Roku or soon-to-be Apple TV. You can also watch via the Cablecast Screenweave app on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Roku. Download the app and watch the next game live on the big screen. And, football is, winding down. All the other sports have completed their tournaments, and now we're getting ready for the winter sports. We got hockey, girls and boys hockey coming up. We got girls and boys basketball. It's going to be a full slate in the wintertime. Make sure you're watching BCTV and listening to Bedford 105.1 for all that action.
Amen. Looking forward to it. Want to again congratulate Michelle Winning and her team, the soccer coach and soccer team, girls soccer, for winning the D1 championship versus Exeter. And, of course,
volleyball.
Anna McCann, the volleyball, 3rd D1
So it's
volleyball
a great year for the Bulldogs, picking up 2 state titles for their program. I'm sure Athletic Director Corey Parker is quite proud. 3rd and 5. It's Almonte on a sweep. Does he make the marker? He does not. Snow, one of the tacklers out there, along with Evan Shabati, keeping him at the 19-yard line. So it's a gain of 2, but now it's going to be a 4th and 3 coming up, and Titans will have to punt. Now, Finley was the punter. We'll see who comes out to do the punting now. A little bit of indecision there on the Titans. They were staying on the field momentarily. Now the special teams are coming out.
That was great pursuit on the part of the Bulldogs defense as they spread Almonte out to try, and they did let him turn the corner. He turns the corner, and it's pretty dangerous.
So number 25, Joshua Bozek, is going to be the backup punter here. He's parked on his 6-yard line waiting a snap. You've got Snow and Tagliaferro back for Bedford. Bozek gets the kick. Good-looking kick, not that long, though. It bounces at the Titan 45 and rolls to the Bedford 45. That's where it's going to die out, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over here. 4:51 to go in the half. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Hey, Harry, we talk about officials, and let me tell you, the NHIAA is in desperate need of officials. Becoming a high school sports official is an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the games we love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. We'll get back to this announcement in a moment.
Bedford at their own 45-yard line, leading 7-0. Back to that tight formation, 3 in the backfield. Motion by Snow, handoff to Sphere. Goes to his left, finds a seam, gets 9 yards on the carry. Into Titans territory. They're going to mark him at the 46-yard line, so 2nd down and 1 coming up.
That was a great cutback as he's sweeping and then cuts back real quick. Again, kind of watching where his blockers are going, and then he takes off on his own.
Go ahead and finish that announcement.
Yeah, so new officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official, go to www.NHIAA.org.
Second down and 1 on the Titan 46. Motion man Snow takes the ball, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. Jordan Raisinin Andino is the tackler, going to lose about 2 yards there. So a third down and 3 on the way here for the Bulldogs, back at their own 47.5.
Looks like they're keen on the outside because Snow hasn't had too much room to maneuver and operate when they do those sweeps right or left. Oop.
That's okay. That was our pregame show. Talking about the cords laying around here. We can pull that out. So now what do we have here? The official just made an indication.
Sideline warning against
Okay.
the Nashua Titans, Nashua North.
Okay, I didn't see a flag. So now we've got 3rd and 3, 48-yard line. Bedford's got to get to the 45 to get the first down. Running that same formation, 3 in the backfield. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle to Sphere. He's going to be short. He gets back to 46, and now Bedford's got to decide what they want to do. Do they want to run a 4th and 1, or do they want to kick it away?
Black has gone to the sideline to confer with Coach Matthews. My gut is that they will go for it.
You know, except for the last few plays, they've been able to get good yardage on the ground. They could go to the air. They haven't done that much today. They did score their touchdown on a 55-yard pass over the middle to Colby Snow. But here they go. 4th down. 1 to go. They set the snap. Handoff. Sphere. He finds a hole and gets the first down.
Yeah, the Titans kind of all pitched in to cover the guards and tackle positions, and then he made that happen on his own.
Yeah, he just kind of shifted out to the outside toward the left, found a seam, was able to pick up 3 yards. And he wasn't even interested in going longer. He just put the head down, blew through the line, and then stumbled forward for another 2 yards. So they're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line, but that's fine. It's a first down for the Bulldogs. 2:22 and counting here in the first half. Trying to add to their lead. Staying with that same formation, Snow is in motion. Fake the handoff. Here's the throw. Over the middle. Oh, Ledger Russell could not bring it in. That would have been a big gainer if he had caught that.
Oh, the run set up the pass. It was beautiful. Almost. Great effort. Floated it out there. Just kind of probably could have gone more to the outside, but great effort on the part of Spear trying to pick that up. I believe that was Spears. No, that was Russell.
Russell is on the catch.
Yep.
So we're having a little audio issue here, a little feedback. Anyway, the snap. It's a run to the right. Yeah. Ledger Russell gets tackled for no gain. We're getting music in our headsets. Where would music be coming from? Nope, that's still playing. Do you not hear that?
No.
I'm hearing Crazy Train coming through my headset. Where could that be coming from?
We have a mystery here in the booth.
We're not sure where that sound is coming from. Are we hooked up to the...
Is your phone going by any chance?
I know what the problem is. Here goes Snow. He gets knocked down for a loss at the 45-yard line.
Actually, it looked like he slipped on that, Harry, as he tried to make a cut to the inside. We'll credit the elements on that tackle.
Okay, mystery solved.
Yeah. Hey, for those listening on radio right now, Bedford is up 7-0 with 47 seconds to go. Two key things have happened to the Nashville Titans. They're missing their top defensive player, Toby Brown, and they lost their starting quarterback.
Finley, he's out of the game. Bedford now 4th and 11 from their 45-yard line. They're going to kick this away. This is Snow. Waiting for the snap. The snap hit the ground, but was able to be picked up. And it's just going to roll all the way down to the 1-yard line. Are they going to say it's there? Yes. Bedford able to down it on the 1-yard line. Tagliaferro chased the ball down. I was worried that he might have made contact, maybe a stray foot in the end zone, but the official's standing right there. They're going to say Titans at the 1-yard line with 10.6 seconds to go.
Great roll. First of all, great kick, great roll, great coverage.
So we're just 10.6 seconds away from the end of the half here. Titans are all the way down on their 1-yard line. They certainly can't take a knee. They're going to have to move the ball forward, and they're going to call timeout here and talk about it.
So I think, Harry, not to make light of it, because we happen to mention that Derek Finley is out, and he was the center of the team. I mean, he was the senior leader. He was the one that has led him to that 9-0 record that they currently have right now. So we'll see what adjustments Nashua North makes. So now it's going to fall onto Almonte, Jack Peters, and if he doesn't get the passing game going, and I'm talking about
number 9,
who is Gavin Flynn, then Bedford can just stack the box and just go and contain Almonte and Peters.
That's about all they can do if they can't widen their offense to include some passing. So they talk it over. I'm not sure what there was to talk about. I wonder if they're going to maybe try a trick a long pass here or something just to get Bedford napping. It is only 10 seconds left in the half. The ball's on the Titans' 1-yard line, and they've got to move forward not to get tackled and give up a safety here. Gavin's in the end zone, hands it off, and it's moved forward. Jordan Raisin and Andino's able to pick up 2 yards. That's going to end the half. You know, that was a really risky play. You're in the shotgun when you're on the 1-yard line. You would think you'd want to be under center and just sneak it forward.
That was Almonte carrying the ball, and he is fast. If he splits that, because Bedford had nobody back, they had one single safety back. He splits that, then you got the safety who's coming over trying to catch up to a guy that probably runs a 9.9 100-yard dash. So maybe it was just a gutsy play on the Nashua North coach's part.
Well, that's the end of the half. Just one score to talk about, and it was an exciting play. 55-yard touchdown pass from Danny Black to Colby Snow, and the extra point was good. Bedford leads at the half 7-0. We're going to take a timeout, throw things back to the radio side for a few minutes, and we'll be back here in about 15 minutes or so for second half action. You're watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. So Bedford receives the ball to start this half. Second half of the game, Tagliaferro is back there along with Colby Snow. They'll be going right to left. Rain coming down here, and things are pitch dark here at Stellos. Daylight saving time ended, and they just flipped the switch. It's now dark at 5 o'clock.
Wow.
Tagliaferro took that kickoff, and he was blasted by Jack Peters right at the 15-yard line.
That was a big boy hit. Wow.
He's going to remember that.
Whew. That may make it into the ETV highlight reel. The Nashua TV reel.
So they're going to start at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. And they're going to start with one receiver out. That's Colby Snow. Logan Sphere in the backfield. Snow in motion, handoff to Sphere. finds a gap and picks up about 6 yards on the carry up to the 21-yard line.
Harry, they seem just to continue what they did in the first half, making a good yardage gain between the gaps. Tackle side, guard side. He's just pushing forward and picking up 5 or 6. Sphere's having a heck of a game right now, Harry.
So 2nd down and 4 here, gain of 6 for Sphere. And they're going to go back to the tight formation with no receivers, just 3 in the backfield, along with Danny Black. Handoff goes to Sphere, he cuts, and this time he gets dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard loss. And it looks like Melvin Fernandez was the tackler there for the Titans, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. They've got to get to the 25-yard line. They're actually going to mark them at the 20, so a 5-yard.
Yeah, there's a flag down right now, Harry.
We'll see what that's all about. It's in the defensive backfield. An unsportsmanlike call on Titans. We didn't know what happened there.
Well, sometimes you don't know what goes on under the pile. And maybe they saw something we didn't. Could have been away from the play. Another player and another player, as we see sometimes happen often in the NFL. I think what you're seeing here, because the sideline for Nashua North got a warning for unsportsmanlike. Just a warning. Now you see that. Teams are a reflection of their coach. Let's just see, because they're behind by 7-0, if this is going to impact their psyche to stay focused. Bedford could take advantage of this.
Well, this is a huge gift. They had them deep in their own deep in Bedford territory on 3rd and 4. Now they got a fresh set of downs at the 35-yard line. Bulldogs with new life, running out of that same tight formation, not moving away from it at all. There's the snap. Hand off to Sphere, who's just finding his way through the crowd, picks up 6 yards again. Actually about closer to 5 yards, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Nice pickup. Once you get through the congestion right on the line of scrimmage, you got a little open room. And 5 and 6 yards at a clip on 1st down. Take it any time. 10:21 remaining. Bedford 7, North nothing. And we are in the 3rd quarter.
2nd down and 5. They're at their own 41-yard line. Black waits for the snap and hands it off to Colby Snow, tackled from behind. Number 21, Jordan Raisinin and Dino catching him from behind, but Snow able to pick up about 2 yards. Now we've got a long 3 for 1st down. We'll call it 3rd and 4 on the way.
I don't know, maybe for me, looking up here, it just looked like the play was slow and developing, allowed Nashua North to get across the line, spread out, and didn't look like he was lucky to get what he got. That is Colby Snow.
$9:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 4 for Bedford. They're on their own 42-yard line. One receiver out, and that receiver's in motion, Snow. But the handoff up the middle. Sphere picks up the 1st down with a yard to spare. He's up to the 47. That moves the chains. Bedford 1st down.
Gotta like the way Snow was moving from left to right. He pulled some of the linebackers his way. That allowed, was that Russell, the Spear that was in the middle?
I believe that was Sphere on the carry.
Okay, I mean, you saw them shift opened up the middle a little bit, and he got the 1st down.
8:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Bedford. They've got a new set of downs at their own 47. Hand off to Ledger Russell, sweeping to the left, and he's tackled by a gang of Titans. And that was led by number 20, John Barry Jr.
The Titans
Luke Peters helped out too.
I know that the Titans are out there and they're banging. They're making the tackles. What's happening right now is Bedford is showing great football discipline, holding on to the ball. They're protecting that ball. And so far, knock on wood, the ball hasn't been put on the ground.
2-yard gain there for Ledger Russell. 2nd and 8. We're under 8 minutes now in the third quarter. Snow is in motion. He gets the ball. He's got a lead blocker there in Sphere. And Snow is able to cross midfield, get it up to the 49-yard line. Still going to need about 6 yards for a first down on third down. 3rd and 6 will be the call. And in the other game right now, no score at 5:08 left in the first period between BG and Pinkerton.
Yep. Just taking a look at something here in terms of the brackets and where we'll be going, and kind of remind our viewers once this play is over.
3rd, and they're calling this 7. And it's a throw down the middle. Man is open. And can he get the catch? Oh! Just off the hands.
Sorry about that,
intended
folks.
for number 88. That was Kevin Sheridan.
Sheridan wide open down the middle. That was an easy 6.
Just out of his reach.
He laid it up there nicely. Maybe a little too far. Went off his fingertips. It's just one of those you'd like to have back.
I mean, he was all alone.
He was. It was, again, a great play-action play call. Again, set up by the run. And that's the second pass that they have run off the play action where the receiver has been open and, unfortunately, just out of the grasp.
Bedford's going to punt now from their own 49-yard line. The rush was on. Punt got away, get a positive roll here. It's going to stop right at the 12-yard line, 11-yard line. We're going to mark it. So great flip of the field here for Bedford, failing to convert on that 3rd down. Short touchdown just out of the reach of Sheridan. Now Titans take over at their own 11-yard line, trailing 7-0.
6:48 left in the third quarter.
And let's see if Flynn is still out there at quarterback. I believe he is. Spread formation, one in the backfield. It's a handoff. Tackled immediately.
Almonte.
No, that was Andino.
Okay.
And the tackle there by Jake Ben.
I just saw the 2. I didn't see the 1 on the other side of the shirt.
Jordan, Raisin, and Andino, the ball carrier. No gain on that play. 2nd down. 4 receivers out there now. 1 in the backfield for the Titans. Flynn forced to throw.
Incomplete.
It bounces right in front of the receiver, number 5, Nick DeGeese. Or DeGesse, I should say. So coming up now, 3rd down and 10.
Hey, wait, is that Finley back out?
Trying to take a look here.
It
Yes,
is
he is.
Finley.
You're right. Finley is back on the field. Number 4. You know, those light blue numbers.
Yeah.
And couldn't really tell if that was a 9 or a 4. So Finley is okay. He's back out there. Big break there for the Titans. But they have 3rd and 10 here. They've got to convert. They're deep in their own end. Finley back to throw. Airs it up. Looks like it's going to be perfect. Landed right in the hands
That was a
of
catch.
DeGesse. And a huge gain all the way to the Bedford 49-yard line. Flynn just dropped it in. Or Finley, I should say, dropped it in for a huge play on 3rd and 10. They get it all the way to the Bedford 49-yard line.
So he did what Danny Black has done, floating 2 beautiful long ones down there. Their receiver happened to make an outstanding catch. It was just perfectly played. She couldn't ask for more. Welcome back, Mr. Finley.
We'll see if this energizes the Titans now. And there's a handoff. Looks like it's sniffed out. Now changing direction, coming the other way. Still no room. They get a little bit of gain. They got about 4 yards on the gain. Number 44 was the carrier.
Yeah,
that was Jack
was
Peters.
Yeah, but I don't know if you noticed when he went on. That was Poltroneri. He made the hit out of just he was going out of bounds. And Poltroneri's helmet comes flying off, and Poltroneri's just giving him a.
So a lot of running for about 4 yards, and there is a flag on the field. I believe there's going to be a holding call on
Okay.
Nashua North here. Usually when the flag's in the backfield, that's what you're going to
Andrew
expect.
said that's what it was, going back.
Especially when you're running around like that, somebody's going to grab something they're not supposed to.
Yep.
So they're going to move him back. Yep, they're going to move him all the way back to the 38-yard line. So about a 13-yard penalty here. As you know, holding is a spot foul in NHIAA.
I want to thank Andrew for keeping me honest as he's grabbing my shoulder and pointing the other direction.
So it'll stay first down, but now it is 1st and 24, I think, is the line to gain. They got to get to the 39-yard line, Bedford territory. They're on their own 38. Motion there by Peters, but Finley's going to throw. They set up the screen. This time they've got it sniffed out pretty good. Ball's fumbled, and Bedford gets the ball back.
We'll see whether it's dead or not. I'm taking
Jack Rizzo with the fumble recovery.
It is. It's Bedford ball.
That was a great pass to Peters, a screen pass that was set up by the Titans. He was able to gain about 13 yards, but on the tackle, the ball's jarred loose. It comes out at the Bedford 47-yard line, and the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10.
Trying to make those extra yards, you become a little vulnerable as you're going down, and that's exactly what happened. Gets hit, ball's on the ground, and the Bulldogs make the recovery.
So a huge break here for the Bulldogs.
With 5:45 left in the third quarter. And
First turnover of the game, too.
They've been leading 7-0. Third quarter.
They come back out in that tight formation. 2 in the backfield, or actually say 3 in the backfield. Snow in motion. They're going to go to the air here. They're going to try again. Oh, just off the hands of Sheridan. That same play. He wasn't quite as wide open this time, but they just led the pass a little too far.
Safety was keeping a little, just maybe a step and a half behind him. Sheridan got his hand on it. Maybe could outstretched. 2 of those would fly in the air, but the wood is the good isn't shooters, right?
Well, I think better to try that on first down than third down.
Yep,
So you got 2 more chances to try to get the 10 yards for a first. You've been pretty successful on the ground, but it's the yin and the yang. If you're going to run all the time, they're going to start keying on you.
Yeah,
that's why the pass plays have been open. But now that they've aired the ball out a little bit, maybe they'll widen things open a little bit more for the run game for Bedford.
Danny Black throws a great ball.
Very pretty.
Great ball. Just lays it right out there. Nice spiral.
So here's Bulldogs now, 2nd and 10. Black with the ball, gives it to Sphere. Sphere is finding his way through the crowd, and we get a flag. This could be something on Raisinin Andino because he was mixing it up with a Bedford player on the ground. Could be a personal call of some kind. Sphere had gained about 3 yards on carries, but we'll see what the officials are going to say. You know what? They're going to call it a holding call. Holding call on Bedford. That's going to move them back. And now that we're going to find out where that hold happened, see how far they're going to move Bedford back.
Again, for those that are watching, we apologize. We usually have replay, but Dale Bird, our replay guy, unfortunately got sick about an hour before game time. So we have no replay. So I will tell you, we will show you the highlights of the game later this evening. Our top-notch broadcast production coordinator, Andrew Fenn, behind the camera right now, will do his magic.
So 2nd and 20 now for the Bulldogs. That holding call moving him back. Still in that tight formation. And they're going to run the ball. Sphere up the middle. And they're waiting for him. He gets about a yard. 3rd down and 19 on the way.
We're always watching for things that might turn the momentum to one team or another. And one of the things that has hurt Bedford in the past, in some of those close games, Bishop Garden, Merrimack, I think about, are these holding calls. And really, they have been great today. That was their first holding call. And they've been great with the flags in general. Just hope that they can continue to be the way they were in the first half and early part of the third quarter.
3rd and 19. Snow in motion again. The ball rolling on the ground. Bad snap. Black picks it up, though, and he's going to carry it forward to the 39-yard line. So they're going to lose a yard, and they will punt it away. I don't think Bedford was really trying to do anything but get a few more yards and set up the punt, try to get them pinned back again like they did in the first.
Absolutely.
The last possession, I should say. So 4th and 19. And punting the ball, looks like Kevin Sheridan's going to do the duties. Number 88.
Wonder if North is going to try to get in there quickly to see if they can put that ball on the ground.
There's a snap, a little bit low. Sheridan gets the kick away. It's a good one. And it's going to go over the head of the receiver, but bounce backwards. Now rolling toward the end zone a little bit. It's going to be marked down at the 23-yard line, and that's where the Titans will take over. 3:33 to go in the third quarter, and it's 7-0 Bedford. Waiting to get a score here from Derry. Pinkerton leads 6-0 with a minute to go in the first quarter in that game. Now Titans come out. You know, Bedford's been running out of the tight formation all night, running out of it mostly, a few passes. Titans are using 4 receiver sets, and they've been keeping the ball on the ground quite a bit. Finley throws a quick out up to the 32-yard line.
Harry, what I'm thinking right now, we both saw
He was the receiver, by the way.
We saw Finley leave the first half being carried by 2-3 coaches. Didn't look like he was coming back. He's in there and he's throwing. You haven't seen him do anything but just hand off. I think his legs may be gone as part of the attack. But if he sweeps left or sweeps right and he's running, then he's fooled us all. He just didn't look good when he was coming off the field.
They picked up 8 yards on that carry up to the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 2 for the Titans. 3 receivers are off to the left, 1 to the right. And there's motion and a pass out to the flat. It's bobbled. And they're going to call that incomplete. It was a forward pass. The intended receiver was Jordan Raisin and Andino.
Hey, there was Colby Snow that came up and dropped him along with 21. That would be
Alex Grudinskas.
Yep.
So now 3rd and 2. Nashua North on their own 32-yard line. Getting the call from the sideline, and they have not set themselves yet. Now they have 2 receivers split on each side.
Beginning why the clock was stopped, Harry. I don't know why it wasn't running.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, that's correct. Yep. Thank you.
So Finley now in the backfield, Raisin Danito blocking. Finley tries to take off, and he's hobbling. You can see he's hobbling.
Oh man.
Yeah, boy. He did not get much there. He did get the first down. He got up to the 34-yard line. But he is hobbling on. It must be an ankle injury. Running really did not feel too good. Now he's going to come out of the game. They might wrap that ankle again. Give him now he's on the ground, trying to get off that leg quickly. So we'll see if he can come back.
Man, that is courage, the will to be out there. He wants to be out there. The body said, nope, timeout.
So Gavin Flynn back at quarterback, number 9. He hands it off to Andino, who gets caught in the backfield. Tackled by Parker Bromley. He's going to set him back for a few yards. Going to give him a loss of 1 back to the 34-yard line.
Geez, with Finley out, it really changes their offensive options, doesn't it?
Certainly limits them, takes away the air attack. But they're going to keep 4 receivers spread out there, 2 on each side.
Yep.
That's been the go-to formation for the Titans here.
Well, it's time for Gavin Flynn to show what he has.
Flynn, he's going to throw it, and he completes it. Peters with the catch, close to first down. And they're going to say he got the first down up to the 44-yard line.
Kind of a sidearm throw.
It was kind of a duck he threw there. It wasn't a sharp spiral, but it doesn't matter how it moves as long as he gets to the receiver and he catches it. Jack Peters makes the catch and gets a first down for the Titans. Now they're at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, it did kind of look like a helicopter.
2:14 to go in the third quarter. Bedford leads 7-0. Now they've got two in the backfield, single receivers on each side. Andino up the middle. He's going to pick up 5 yards up to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Don't forget.
Finley's coming back in, Harry.
So they taped up that ankle. He's still hobbling a little bit. But like I said, at least they got the air game back with Finley out there. 2nd and 5 is where they are at right now. 1:33 to go in the third quarter. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Flynn drops back, throws it, and nobody home. I'm not sure who that was intended to. Might have been a bit of a miscommunication, or he was throwing the ball away.
I just think he was throwing it away. Looks like his receiver cut in as opposed to going down. Or maybe he just felt the pressure.
3rd and 5 coming up now.
Something I would like to see Mac Jones do a little bit more. Throw it out of bounds.
Clock is stopped with 1:15 to go in the third quarter. 4 receivers back out there. Now motion. Finley. He gets sacked, ball on the ground. Bedford's going to get it again.
Bedford
recovers. Sheridan with the recovery. Finley was tackled, had the ball knocked out of his hand.
He's slow getting up too.
And that nicked his ankle again. So Finley is getting a lot of punishment out there. Couldn't hold on to the ball as he tried to take off with it.
That was a defensive back strip as far as I'm concerned. The coverage was absolutely outstanding. The defense, the guys in the backfield out there, you had Sabati, Shift, all those guys, Colby Snow, they just shut down those receivers, giving the guys up front the opportunity to do what they just did.
Pinkerton Academy just completed a 2-point conversion after a touchdown after missing the opening extra point. It's now 14-0, 9:29 to go in the first half, second quarter.
Harry, you would hope that the Bulldogs have been given quite a few opportunities to get that ball into the end zone again.
They need a second score for sure. They got to make this a 2-score game. I mean, they've been doing well. They've been playing great defense. They've been opportunistic with 2 turnovers here in this third quarter, but now they've got to put some points on the board and get some distance between them and the Titans.
Very true. You don't want to see them playing too conservative, although their run game has been good. So if you want to keep it on the ground, keep it on the ground.
Now the official showing something up to the scoreboard. I think they're trying to say reset the clock to 55 seconds. We'll see if that's what happens. Yep, 55 and a half seconds is the clock now. Third quarter time. Bedford takes over in Titan territory. They're at the 47-yard line. 3 receivers set. Ledger Russell is in the backfield with Black. High snap, ball's on the ground. Titans take it right back.
Exactly what you didn't want to have happen. Unfortunately, you give it, then you take it. And
that high snap did it again.
Yep.
We've seen that before. The snap goes up a little too high. Black, he had his hand on it, but he tried to pass it off to Russell, handed it off to Russell, and the whole thing was just botched up from the get-go.
Yeah, it's like he had the tip of the ball it was coming at him and tried to do everything in one motion, and there was no control of the ball at all during that play.
So Bedford gives the ball right back to the Titans. They have it right at the 50-yard line with 50.2 seconds to go in the third quarter. Flynn is back out there at quarterback.
Number 29, Jordan Rising-Andino on the carry.
Jordan Rising-Andino carries it for 5 yards into Bedford territory at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up.
And number 78, Spencer Henrican on the tackle.
Hendershon with the tackle there. 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Bedford up 7-zip.
Titans on the move. Hand off to Andino. This time he's dropped for a loss in the backfield. That's Jake Ben with the tackle, knocking him back to the 44. So 3rd and 6 coming up, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. Bulldogs still leading 7-0. They've had a few possessions in the third, could not cash in any of them. and the Titans are just one score away from tying this game up. The Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the generous sponsors, including their platinum sponsors BEI Network, Z1 Express, London Family Orthodontics, Gear Up Bedford, Spectra Marketing, gold sponsor Liberty Hill Construction, and silver sponsors Wicked Good Butcher, TCB, Realty One Group. And in addition, Bedford Friends of Football would like to thank the following sponsors: Coca-Cola Northeast, Cisco, CrossFit Athletics, Tidewater Catering Group, Treescapes, Fine Homes Group, 10 and 10 Attorneys, and Elsmore Catering. If you're interested in helping out, join the BBABC or learn more about them at their website, bbabc.net, for more information.
So, Harry, you know that I was an NHIAA baseball official for 15 years.
I do.
Called a lot of big games. Really enjoyed my years officiating with the NHIAA and the New Hampshire Baseball Umpires Association. And I want to let everybody know out there that officials are badly needed. There is a critical demand, and there's no better way than becoming a high school official. It's pretty easy. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the games we love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official, go to www.nhiaa.org. Become an official. Get out there. If you love the sport, be part of the sport. Become an official.
Titans are now going from right to left. 12 minutes they've got to tie this game up. 3rd and 6 on the Bedford 47-yard line. There's a handoff to Peters. Tries to get around the corner.
Face
and
mask.
He's brought down, but it's going to be a face mask call.
Unfortunately, that is what keeps the momentum going. That was Gudinkas.
21.
21. Unfortunately, those things happen.
So that face mask call is going to give the Titans a first down, and it was going to be well short. But now they've got a 15-yard penalty coming from the 45-yard line. That should move them up to the Bedford 30. Actually, they're going to put them down at the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for the Titans, given new life with a 15-yard face mask call against the Bulldogs. 11:53 left in the game in regulation. Here's motion from Peters. He gets the handoff, goes up the middle, brought down. Cal McAuliffe with the tackle at the 26-yard line, gain of 3, coming up as 2nd and 7.
Again, these are the kind of things you don't need a 12th player on the field, i.e. the flag, helping to move the other team forward. But again, I mentioned discipline as the keys to keys to winning, and let's see what they can do.
There's another handoff, this time going to the right and snuffed out by a gang of Bulldogs.
That was Luke Peters on the carry for Nashua North.
Luke Peters, number 18 with the carry. Bromley, one of the tacklers for Bedford. And they're going to move him back a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Titans.
Harry, I'm pretty convinced that this is going to be 4-down territory. Unless they get close enough, and then they can use, the planner to hit one of those.
Well, the rain is still coming down. The Stellos is an artificial field, so it handles the rain well, but the ball is slick. It is going to be a little slippery here. Toplano tried to kick in the second quarter that just went way wide. Not even in the same zip code as the goalpost, but that was probably just a wet ball, or his plant foot slipped or something like that.
It's going to be one of those
kicker.
Dramatic moments where Finley comes in, number 4, QB, limping in to heave one into the end zone.
He's on the sideline, I believe. Nope, that's not him. I'm trying to look for number 4. Nope, there he is. He's on the
far end,
right-hand side, just watching. He's standing there. Nobody's looking at him. Maybe he's just waiting for a chance to get back in. All they can do is just tighten that tape job on his ankle, try to get him to.
He's got that look like
together.
He's been told he's not going in. Far from the team, down in the corner.
His day might be over. But he tried to gut it out for sure. He's been out there several times.
Absolutely.
Showing a lot of courage. But it's going to be Gavin Flynn's job now to bring this team back.
Who's he got in the background?
3rd and 7 at the 27-yard line. Flynn drops back, evades one tackler, puts it up in the air, kind of a floater, and it's knocked down by Tagliaferro. You know, Tags could have made an attempt on the ball, but decided to play it safe and just knock it down.
Yeah, I think that was the best play on his part, just to knock it down. That ball that's tipped, it's up in the air. You had 2 Titans in the corner. Could have been one of those going into their hands.
So it's now 4th down and 7.
You know they're going for it. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Coach calls another timeout.
They already used one in this half. They only have 2 left.
This key moment in this game right now.
4 receivers set. They've got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Flynn drops back, puts it up in the air. It's going to be a jump ball, and a catch is made.
That's an excellent catch.
Dylan Noble with the catch. He gets it all the way down to the 4-yard line. 1st down, Titans, 1st and goal at the 4.
What can you say? All you do is you tip your cap.
And there really was a jump ball.
It really was.
Noble is in front of the Bedford defender, was able to get position on him. Here's a handoff into the crowd, and the pile moves, but it's brought down at the 2-yard line. Number 21, Raisinin Andino, carries it for 2 yards. 2nd down and goal from the 2 coming up. Under 10 minutes to go here. Titans knocking on the door. They trail 7-0. There's a snap. Andino gets the ball again, drives forward into a pile. Bedford drives him back. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Wow, what a great play. What a great play by Jake Sheff. He just stood that runner right up, pushed them back.
Now see what the Titans come up with here. I doubt they're going to throw the ball here because, you know, if you notice, both Flynn's balls were just floaters.
Maybe Almonte to the outside. Who do they have in the backfield right now? They got double backfield. Yep.
There's a handoff to 21. That was Jordan Raisinin Andino. He sweeps to his right and gets tackled for a yard loss back at the 3-yard line. Now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 3. Bedford defense stiffening up here, and goal to go.
You know something, you couldn't ask for anything more right now. 8:53 to go. Bedford up 7-0. North has it on the Bedford 2-yard line. Look for something maybe with a tight end coming across there, maybe.
Actually, they've got him marked at the 4-yard line, so they lost 2 yards on that carry by Andino.
All right, I was just looking at the scoreboard. So this is where I think the coach would want to take a timeout.
And that they do. They have called the timeout. Talk this over. This is a huge play here for the Titans. They trail 7-0. They got 8:34 left in regulation. You know, it's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. Just go to the website, www.wbnh.bedfordnh.org. You'll find a stream link there. Or if you want to use your phone in the car, we also stream on phone apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, Radio Garden as well. And if you've got an Alexa device at home, or some people actually have Alexa in their cars, just say, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1. Checking the score up in Derry. We've got the game here. It is 14-0 still, but it looks like BG is in goal-to-go situation. Oh, we'll let you know what happens there. But we've got 4th and goal from the 4 here for the Titans. Field is spread. Receivers 3 on one side, 1 to the right.
Looks like Coach
and Bedford's going to call timeout now.
Nothing wrong with that. Good timeout. Take a look at what they're coming out with.
So we'll keep an eye here on the BG Pinkerton game.
So neither should you. Convenience MD is ready for whatever brings you in 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
They're still trying to get into the end zone. Looks like they're on the 5-yard line, and Pinkerton just got called for a flag offside, so that's going to move BG up a couple of yards.
Andrew just pointed out to me that Finley is begging to get in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Going to the coach
Derek
and asking
Finley,
to get
who's
back
actually
in?
the starting quarterback, the leader of the team, is hurt. He's made 2 attempts to get in the game, Harry. He's moved him a little bit, but he's turned the ball over. He's been hurt a couple of times. He just wants to get in. It's so important for him to get in this game. He does not want to go out this way. He is a senior, and he wants to be part of it. And is the coach going to let him come, or is he going to
No, they're going to stay with Flynn.
The coach has made a smart decision. I mean, we'd love to see Finley in there. I mean, you got to hand it to him. But, son, this is you're a senior in high school. You got a lot of future ahead of you, and you don't want to have this be a permanent injury.
Here we go, 4th and goal from the 4. Flynn, back to pass, throws to the end zone, intercepted. Evan Shabadi intercepts in the end zone, carries it out to the 10-yard line. Bedford with their 3rd turnover in the second half.
Wow. It would have been nice to take a knee and just in the end zone and go out.
He did give up 10 yards there.
Yeah, the thing is that, you're excitable. I've seen professional people do it. They catch the ball and they get the adrenaline going and you just start running. It's up to the guy beside him to grab him and say, take a knee.
So instead of being 1st and 10 at the 20, Bedford's at their own 10-yard line because Jabati carried the ball out of the end zone. Maybe he thought he had a lane to the
for a moment
touchdown.
there, I'm going, is this going to open up? What a stop by the Bedford Bulldogs.
Here we go, 1st and 10, 8:27 to go here. A long drive could go a long way, putting this game away. Titans showing blitz. Sphere gets the ball, and he gets a big chunk of yards there all the way to the 16-yard line, so they're going to gain 6 yards.
Harry,
on first down.
He looked stopped, and then he kind of dipped his head, and he just kept pushing those legs.
He puts his head down, he goes. He doesn't care what's in front of him.
He must have. How many yards do you think he has on the ground right now? God.
Not as much as he did last week. I mean, he had well over, almost, I'd say, 80, 90 yards in the first half alone. I think he's probably somewhere around 60 or 70 today.
We got 7:54 left in the 4th quarter. Bedford up 7-0.
2nd down and 4. They're at the 16. Motion from Snow, handoff to Sphere. He's going to get about a yard there up the middle, up to the 17-yard line. 3rd
Harry,
and 3 coming up.
This is important to get this first down right now. You're deep in your own territory. You're going to give the ball back to him. If you're probably in good field position, I'm stating the obvious, so for those that are watching. Very important. Still plenty of time left. 7:17 left in the 4th quarter. Again, Bedford up 7-0.
The crowd is in a frenzy here, trying to get a stop for their Titans. 3rd and 3, and it's a sweep. Colby Snow gets the first down up to the 18-yard line.
That is gutsy. That was a great call. They have stuffed it in the past, but he cut early coming around the corner rather than spreading it out further. I think that cutback really helped him.
So that keeps the clock moving. We're under 7 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bedford clinging to that 7-0 lead. 3 turnovers in the second half, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 interception for the Bulldogs. Titans with 1 fumble recovery themselves. 1st and 10. Bedford staying in that tight formation, 3 in the backfield along with Black. A bad snap. Black's got to fall on. He's going to lose all that yardage back to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be a 2nd and 22. They lost about 12 yards right there. The snap this time, instead of being too high, was skipping along the ground. And I got to give it to Black. He could have tried to pick the ball up, but he did the safe thing and just fell on it. Make sure there was no loss of possession right there.
Agree, and I think my comments will remain within me because you know how much that frustrates me. But nice play, Danny Black, falling on it. on the
They're
ball.
going to mark him at the 11-yard line, so it's 2nd and 22 here. We'll see what Bedford does. Motion by Snow again. He gets it, cuts up to the right, makes another cut, and gets up to the 18-yard line. So that makes it a little more manageable. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up. And now you got a decision to make here. Do you try to run it or try to pass? An incomplete pass stops the clock. You're already up to about 5:10 remaining in this fourth quarter. I think they're going to run, and I think they'll settle for punting the ball if they have to. Titans only have 2 timeouts left right now.
Well, we knew with these defenses being the top 2 defenses.
Actually, I'm not sure if that's correct. I think they might have only 1 timeout because they did call a timeout.
They did. That's correct. I agree with you. Keeping the ball on the ground would be good. Coach.
And what do we have here?
A timeout.
Whistles blow. It's going to be a timeout by Bedford.
Yep.
So Coach Matthews just didn't like what he saw on the Nashua side.
Yep.
Decides to blow the whistle.
So again, to repeat, Roger Brown mentions Bedford and Nashua North being, the top defenses, one of the top 4, I would say, and they are showing that right now. Bedford defense has just been outstanding, and Nashua North's defense the same. That's why we have such a low-scoring game right now.
Their offense, of course, hobbled by the fact that their starting quarterback, number 4, Derek Finley, out with an ankle injury. Tried to come back several times, couldn't play on that ankle. Finally got benched in the second quarter. As we've said, he was literally begging his coach to put him back in, but he's not. His day is over. He's on the sideline talking over with some fans, or with some of his teammates. Over in Derry, we've got a score update. Pinkerton leads 14-6 over Bishop Girton with 19.6 remaining in the first half.
It kind of surprises me. But then again, I've only seen Bishop Girton play, and that was against Bedford. And I did watch the Nashua North BG game. So I guess I need to know what Pinkerton's all about.
Well, Brian O'Reilly, he always has a tough team there up in Derry. So the clock has stopped, 4:45 to play, 3rd and 14. There's one receiver out there.
Yeah.
Two backs on either side of Black. He's going to throw a screen. Snow's got it, running up to the 22-yard line. They're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that keeps the clock running here. It is 4th and 10, but they're going to punt the ball away with 4:29 to go.
I think that was excellent play call. You kind of motion everybody to the right, you throw back to the left, and there was one of the Nashua, I didn't catch his number, North players just played good disciplined football, just stayed right there in his lane, anticipating something like that, slowed him down.
Bulldogs will take their time here. They're at the 22-yard line. Clock is ticking to the 4-minute mark.
Who's out there kicking right now, Harry? Do you see?
Can't make out the number just yet.
It was Sheridan the last
I think
time,
that's
right?
Sheridan, yeah. He's been punting here all evening. Bad snap, but Sheridan picks it up and gets a good kick away. It's going to bounce and go out of bounds. Nope, it's going to stay in bounds, but it's going to die out right at the 49-yard line. So a good change of field position. Bedford on their own 22. Titans are going to start on their own 41-yard line. 3:41 to go. They have only 1 timeout remaining. Of course, the clock stops on first downs.
I wonder, does Sheridan play baseball? Because that was a nice shot-stop scoop.
Yeah. The snapping has been a bit of a problem here for the Bulldogs.
Not only here, but in a few games. And
so here we go, 1st and 10.
so right now it's Nashua North's game to win or lose.
It'll come down to this possession probably. Flynn throws it to the sideline, out of bounds. A catch by Nick DeGessie. Picks up 6 yards up to the 47-yard line. Stopped the clock with 3:37 to play.
I can guarantee you in this drive, depending where the clock is and where they're at, we may see one of those long bombs, either to draw a penalty or they've got some good receivers that block out the smaller Bedford defenders.
Titans keeping 4 receivers out there. Flynn floats to the side. It's a good catch made by number 18, Luke Peters. And it's going to be enough for a first down at the Bedford 48-yard line. So the chains move. 3:29 to go.
Nashua North sideline not happy. They thought that he was hit high, and a flag should have been thrown.
It did look like a high hit there on Peters. The snap. Throw to the end. Oh, the ball is blocked at the line of scrimmage and floats and lands harmlessly on the ground. That was a live ball there for a moment. Clock stops at 3:15 to go. 2nd and 10 coming up.
What do they got? They have one timeout left?
They have one timeout.
Both teams have one timeout. Again, it's 7-0 Bedford over North. 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. And Nashua
Receivers are
North
split, 2 on each side. Flynn throws it to the man inside. And that's tackled after about a 7-yard gain. That was DeGessie. DeGessie actually came back, and the result of the play was a bit of a bubble screen.
Yep.
And DeGessie followed his blocks and picked up about 7 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line for the Titans. The snap. Flynn rolling to his left. Throws it, intercept. Oh! In the hands of Tagliaferro. If he had hung on to that ball, it was 6 for sure.
He had daylight all the way. He's going to be thinking about that one tonight, maybe tomorrow, the day after.
Well,
all he saw was end zone.
I was already calling it an interception before he pulled it in. He's normally such a sure-handed back.
There's nobody harder on him than himself right now.
It's 4th and 4 now.
He's got to shake this off and just focus.
4th down for the Titans. They look to the sideline for the call. 2:43 left in regulation. Will they convert? Flynn throws to the sideline. It's caught. DeGessie makes the catch.
That was an excellent catch. That was a great.
Dylan Noble, actually, number 6 was the receiver.
Yeah, Noble, what a great catch by Noble. And good thing he fell down. I think he had some open space.
They're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line, so they converted that 4th down and 4, and the clock is running with 2:26 to play.
Well, you got to hand it to Gavin Flynn. He's marching them down there. He's doing a nice job.
A pass out to the flat to Peters, and he's knocked down with no gain, maybe a yard loss. Inbounds, clock is running, 2:10. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you, if you like football, you are seeing a real great game right now. And Nashua North is quite the game and team right now. They are doing anything and everything they can to get this ball into the end zone against the Bulldogs.
Under 2 minutes to play. There's a snap. Flynn putting it up. It's a floater. And it just died out before Colby Snow could make an attempt to catch.
That was a duck. That was up there for everybody.
That was a balloon. It was just floating away. But fortunately, it died out right before Colby Snow could make the catch.
Yeah.
That stops the clock with 1:46 to go. 3rd and 11 on the Bedford 28-yard line, or really the 29-yard line. It really, it is 3rd and 11.
Don't be a bit surprised if they go long again.
There's motion by Peters.
Yep. There he goes.
Flynn sends it down the field, and this time it's caught.
Picked up by Bedford.
Tagliaferro makes the catch and takes the knee at the 25-yard line. There you go. 1:37 to play. Only one timeout for the Titans. They can stop the clock once. Bedford ought to be able to kneel this one out.
You would think so. That ball was underthrown, but Tagliaferro right in position to pick it. They've had their opportunities to pick how many? They finally held on to this one.
What a game.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, 7-0, you would think, wow, there's not much going on, but there's lots going on in this game.
Yeah.
Turnovers.
And
that's the 4th turnover, by the way, for the Bulldogs.
You have Gavin Flynn coming in, replacing Finley. That makes a huge difference for the Nashua Titans. And the Bulldogs have certainly taken advantage of it.
Black in the shotgun. Titans are going to blitz. They catch Sphere in the backfield. He's going to mark him down. They're going to give him the 22-yard line. So a loss of 3 yards on that carry. Second and 13. Clock is stopped with 1:31, but the clock won't be able to stop after this.
Right. It looks like Nashua North has called their third and final timeout. And Harry, I'm looking all the way down to the right now, and I see Derek Finley just offed himself on a knee. Senior.
I'm sure it's got to hurt him.
Hurt? Yeah, it's
you know, he's looking at the backup quarterback, and you know, to be fair, Flynn just doesn't have the arm that Finley does. And Finley's probably thinking he could have done more for this team today. And one of the coaches going over to Finley right now to comfort him. It's got to be really hurting him right now. No, more than that ankle. I'm sure he'd be out there if it was up to him.
Well, he did. He tried to get in there twice.
Yeah, he did. But each time he hobbled off, and the coaches had to take him out.
I think the coach, the third time when he tried to get in there, the coach made the right decision. He was very, very gimpy.
So I believe with second and third down, the Bulldogs can kneel it out.
It's second and 13.
Well, it's second and 13. They kneel it down once. That gets it down to 50 seconds. Kneel it down again. It's just 10 seconds remaining in the game. I believe they're just going to kneel this out here. Or they're going to stay in the shotgun here.
I don't know. I don't like this when they do that because, okay,
now
there you go.
There you go. Penalty on
Nashua.
A jump there by trying to get the number 50-something. Smacking himself 53. On the helmet. 53. That is
Taplana.
Javier Galbert.
53, I'm sorry.
Number 53.
Yep.
Javier Jalbert. Encroaches. That's going to give Bedford five yards, but it doesn't really matter. Second and 8 is going to be the call. Bedford just wants to get the ball snapped, maintain possession. Yeah, I'm really not sure why they're not
I do not know
under
either.
Center here. Maybe they want to make sure they run a few seconds off with each play.
Yeah, but with the way that the ball can sometimes come from center to the quarterback. Oh.
There's a snap, the handoff to Colby Snow. He's sweeping
he went
to
down
the left, and he just goes down, gives himself up at the 18-yard line.
Yep.
That's going to be, the 28-yard line.
You nailed it, Harry. You know, run the clock. Now they would keep it on the ground, keep the seconds ticking.
Now it's third and 8. And really now they're going to wait till the clock gets under 40 seconds, and they can just take the knee, and that's going to end the game. So we're going to do the credits real quick. Bill Jennings, thank you for filling in on color. Appreciate it very much.
You're entirely welcome.
Andrew Fenn on camera here.
And
Dale Bird, get better, please.
Oh, we miss you, Dale. We'll see you next game.
Replays. Heck of a game.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. The game isn't entirely over, but I might be a little optimistic. So Bedford beating Nashua North, they would then meet the winner of the Exeter-Timberlane game. And that game is being played in Exeter, and that's at 1 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday. So given what I'm looking at right now, Bedford should walk away a winner in this quarterfinal and head to the semifinals. If Exeter wins, we're at Exeter. If Timberlane wins,
we are in Plastow.
Yeah, great signals coming out of Plastow. We always are challenged. Have we done a game out of Plastow yet?
These road games are always a challenge because of the connectivity.
Yeah,
if we can't get internet from the school, then we're at the mercy of whatever the mobile data is.
We use internet, cellular, Wi-Fi, VPNs, and sometimes we're kind of challenged. But we'll get to that game. Guarantee you'll be seeing it.
Either you'll get it live or you'll get it on tape delay, one way or the other.
No, we'll make every effort to get it to you live. We will get it to you live.
If we have to get a satellite, we'll get it right.
We promise you.
Yeah, we'll call Channel 9. Hey, go on those satellite trucks. Can we borrow that?
We're better than those guys.
Well, they got a satellite truck and we don't.
Yeah, but they never use it.
Well, maybe they'll lend it to us. I know somebody at Channel 9. I know one of the engineers.
Then use those connections, Harry.
Okay, 44.8 left. One more snap of the ball, and that will pretty much do it. And they're going to try to run off some time here. They got to get it under 50 seconds. White still running around. And he's tackled. That was kind of dangerous there because he had his hand right out there. The ball could have been knocked out. He gets sacked, but that's all he had to do to get the clock under 40 seconds.
Harry, I'm sitting here with my mouth open because he has the ball extended with one hand. The Titan is coming up on him, the National North player, and I'm going, you don't need to fumble this ball and have them run it in.
Clock is ticking away.
But
10
hey,
seconds to go.
Nothing
Bedford
happened.
wins.
It worked.
And the fans are giving the Titans an ovation. It was a hard-fought game. All they did was give up one touchdown. But that was the difference. Bedford wins 7-0. They advance to the semifinals, either in Exeter or Plastow.
You know, Harry, they always say it's not what your record is, as long as it gets you into the playoffs. And once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
Anything indeed. That's going to do it from here. Thanks for all the fans for tuning in, and thank you for all the fans who are looking for Suburban Underground. That's about to begin right now on Bedford 105.1. We thank you for tuning in. The final, Bedford 7, Nashua North 0. You've been watching Bedford football on BCTV and listening to Bedford 105.1. So long, everybody.